You think you need motivation to move? Huh. That's where you're already weak. I'm Monkey D. Luffy, and I fought battles where I had nothing left. No strength, no hope, no reason. Just pain. And listen carefully. The most dangerous moment isn't when you're losing. It's when you feel like doing nothing at all. You want the truth? The sea doesn't care about your dreams. The world doesn't care about your excuses. I've been broken more times than I can count. I've watched my crew fall. I've felt my body give up. I've screamed until my voice disappeared. And still, nothing changed. There were days I couldn't even stand. Not because I was weak, but because my heart was heavy. Heavy with failure. Heavy with guilt. Heavy with the thought, maybe I'm not enough. You ever felt that? When you wake up and your body moves, but your soul doesn't? When your goals feel too far and your past feels too heavy? That's zero motivation. It's not laziness. It's war inside your mind. A silent battle where no one sees you losing, but you're dying inside. People say, just stay positive. They don't know what it's like to fight when your mind is your enemy. I didn't always feel like a captain. Sometimes, I felt like a failure pretending to be strong. And the worst part, no one can fight that battle for you. Not your friends, not your family, not even your dreams. Because when motivation disappears, you're left alone with one question. Will you still move, or will you stay down? There was a moment when I stopped waiting to feel ready, because I realized something brutal. Motivation is a lie. Yeah, I said it. A lie people tell themselves, so they don't have to act. Because the truth, I didn't get up because I felt strong. I got up because staying down was worse. I didn't fight because I believed I would win. I fought because I refused to accept losing. That's the difference. Not strength, not talent, not luck. Just a decision. A cold, painful, silent decision. I'm not done yet. Even if my body shakes, even if my mind breaks, even if the world laughs at me, I move. Because movement creates power, and power creates belief. Listen carefully. You don't need motivation. You need discipline. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation waits for the right mood. Discipline moves, even in darkness. You think I always felt like training? No. You think I always believed in myself? No. But I still fought. Because discipline isn't about feelings. It's about identity. You don't rise because you feel good. You rise because you decided who you are. A man who keeps going. A man who doesn't quit. A man who moves, even when his soul is tired. That's the mindset. Not I'll try, not maybe tomorrow, but I move no matter what. Even if it's slow, even if it hurts, even if no one notices. Because every step forward is a victory against the version of you that wanted to give up. And trust me, that version is your real enemy. Not the world, not your problems, but the voice that says, stop. So now I'll ask you something. Not as a captain, not as a hero, but as someone who knows what it feels like to be broken. When motivation disappears, when your body feels heavy, when your mind tells you to quit, and there's no one left to push you. What will you do? Will you stay down or will you stand up and prove that even with zero motivation, you still have the will to become unstoppable? You think the fight ends once you stand up? No, that's when the real war begins. Because after you take that first step, your mind comes back stronger. It whispers, why are you even trying? You already failed before. You're not built for this. And slowly, that voice gets louder than your dreams. I've heard it too. In the silence of the night, when everyone else was sleeping, and I was staring at the sky, wondering if I was chasing something impossible. You see, pain isn't just physical. Cuts heal, bruises fade, but doubt stays. It sits inside your chest, like a weight you can't remove. Every failure adds more. Every mistake, every loss, every time you weren't enough. And one day, you wake up and you don't even recognize yourself anymore. That fire you once had, gone. That hunger, dead. That version of you who said, I'll become something great, feels like a lie. And that's the moment most people break. Not when they lose, but when they stop believing they can ever win. I've been there, standing in the middle of chaos, feeling completely empty. No anger, no excitement, just nothing. And trust me, nothing is more dangerous than pain, because pain pushes you, but nothing makes you stop. It makes you accept mediocrity. It makes you settle. It turns warriors into spectators. And slowly, you start watching others chase their dreams while you convince yourself you're okay where you are. But deep inside, you know the truth. You're not okay. You're just comfortable in your own defeat. And that's the scariest place to be, because once you accept that, you don't even try anymore. So let me ask you, how long will you stay there? How long will you keep lying to yourself? How long will you let that voice control your life? Because if you don't fight it now, you won't just lose your goals, you'll lose yourself.